Ruby Franke's sentencing has finally happened, and we're going to watch through it today. She was the mom from the 8 Passengers YouTube channel that got shut down, and she was charged with 4 out of the 6 accounts of, was it child abuse? Aggravated
child abuse, I think.
So we covered this last time, kind of going everything and kind of going over what was leading up to this, to where she was going to go to the stand against Hildebrandt, who was her partner in crime. And the one that they're trying to pin everything on, that like she was manipulated by this person. And if you're not familiar with the story, what had happened is that Ruby Franke has a bunch of kids, and inside their house they had several of the kids taped up, like restrained, weren't feeding him, or like doing very severe punishments, like stuff you read about in stories, like crazy stuff. And they escaped through a window, went to a neighbor, got help, and the cops came and got him. They just had the sentencing, and we're going to go through and watch the entire sentencing. Like they recorded it. One reason is because I can't get like a clear indicator of like what actually happened through social media. Here it's like, YouTuber Ruby Franke has been sentenced up to 30 years in prison, and then YouTube mom Ruby Franke sentenced up to 60 years in prison. One says a minimum of 4 years, and it's all over the place. So we're just going to watch it ourselves, so we actually figure out what the heck's going on, because these freaking articles they didn't do it.
Everywhere.
Yeah, they're all over the place. They're just trying to get the news out there. So yeah, we're going to go through it. This is her being sentenced, and she's already in jail. Like she's coming out here. She's got her jail attire on. She's looking at that dude like, hey, get me out of this. Well, she also had a moment in the previous one too, where she's like, with great regret, and she pled guilty because she took a plea deal. And I'm kind of wondering if she's gonna like grandstand, and I think she's gonna like try to be the victim in the situation to Hildebrandt, because that's kind of what it's. Right. It seems like kind of what's going on is like that's the mastermind and kind of manipulated her, and maybe getting some. I don't know, maybe they'll feel sorry for her. I don't know. But anyway, let's start watching it.
The state respectfully requests that the court sentence Ms. Franke to consecutive prison terms for each of the 4 counts of aggravated child abuse. This sentence was agreed to by Ms. Franke in her plea agreement, and is also recommended by adult probation and parole. So
this is the state. They're going through and saying that they want to sentence for all of it, all 4. And they said before that they're all going to be consecutive sentences. So there's not that she just serves the maximum sentence at one time. Like, it's going to be like you serve this sentence, then the next sentence, then the next sentence. So she's on 4 counts. She's in here for a minimum of 4 years, because it's like, up to so many years, but a maximum of 60.
And then I imagine if she has the, what is it? Where you're good or whatever.
Yeah. Good behavior or whatever.
Yeah. That would only affect that particular sentence, individually, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess she would, like, if she got that, and then like I get they would probably
start the next one,
or take it back to court and like be like, hey, she's been doing really good. Can we get all these reduced or something like that? It's probably with. Hopefully not. Just stay in there, or send her to the ranch. Right. Actually, don't do that because kids are there. Never mind. The figurative ranch, which is AKA hell. Send her.
She committed horrible acts of child abuse. From May to August in 2023, Ms. Franke and her business partner held her 2 children, ages 9 and 11, turning 12, in a concentration camp-like setting. The children were regularly denied food, water, beds to sleep in, and virtually all forms of entertainment. They were isolated from others and were hidden when people came to visit the house where the children and the defendants were staying. The children were forced to do physical tasks, like carrying loaded boxes up and down stairs, and wall sits, or sitting against a wall without a chair or stool for hours at a time. They were also forced to do manual labor outdoors in the extreme summer heat, at times without shoes or socks. They were forced to stand outside on a cement patio in the summer heat for hours and even days at a time. They were beaten, and the 12-year-old was regularly bound hand and foot after he attempted to run away in mid-July. Both children had extensive physical injuries from the abuse that required hospitalization when they were found.
Jeez. Okay. Like he's going through all the things all the evidence and everything they collected. There's been like, no objection. This is nuh-uh. This is just, man.
Oh, this is her lawyer, bro. This is the guy defending her.
No, this is the state. This is the state doing it. Her
This is the state guy?
Yeah, her dude's over there with her. Yeah, this is the state dude. The state's like, this is what she did. Let me just read this laundry list here. Holy crap.
Jesus, awful.
And he's still going.
After being caught, Ms. Franke has shown considerable remorse, as evidenced by agreeing to serve consecutive prison terms and being willing to cooperate with the state against Ms.
So after all that, he's like, well, she has shown a lot of remorse now that she's been caught, I guess.
Yeah, I like how she's willing to serve all these prison terms,
Yeah,
as if
what
she's
is she
going to have
gonna do,
a
get out of
choice. as if she's like, you know what, I'm not willing to do that, all right? So
Yeah.
we'll have to figure something else out.
She's willing. She's working with us. She's taken a plea deal and pled guilty. She would have been found guilty anyway. But anyway.
But here we are.
However, given the severity of the abuse she inflicted, consecutive terms are appropriate in this case.
Good. Yeah. He's like, yeah. Anyway, even though she's doing all that, nah, throw her in. Throw her the key.
Those factors are the gravity and circumstances of the offense, the number of victims, and the history, character, and rehabilitative needs of the defendant. As agreed to in the plea agreement, and is recommended.
That's her lawyer. He just the dude's still reading. He just had that turn around and look at the camera like, doing my best, doing my job.
And in the comments my client wishes to make in a few minutes, we are not suggesting nor are we asking that the court deviate from the stipulated sentence contained in the written plea agreement. I want the court to know that through introspection and reflection, Ruby Franke has become a serious student of her own actions.
Oh, here we go. He's like, oh yeah, she's been studying herself, as people will be in the future. They'll be doing understanding psychopaths.
Right.
I don't know, like people that know the lore better than I do. Like this, allegedly, that there were problems before other girl even showed up. Hildebrandt, the mastermind behind it all. There were already things that people were picking up on and issues going on. It's not like she was brainwashed.
Right, there had to be.
I think it got more severe, but as far as I'm aware, like they had already, like I think their YouTube channel had already been shut down by that point because they started the other one where they were both like hosting it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, maybe someone knows better than I do in the comments, and you can let me know. But as far as I'm aware, I do not think that like their weird parental practices happened after Hildebrandt came into the picture.
Of my involvement with Ruby, she was somewhat defensive, and she was still very much indoctrinated into a philosophy that was destructive. Fortunately, Ruby came to the stark realization of the errors in her thinking patterns and subsequent actions. To say that she was horrified by this realization would be to put it mildly.
I don't know, man. Like, how
She's
indoctrinated?
horrified by what she did.
Yeah, how can you not?
After the fact?
Dude, I don't know how much brainwashing you need to not understand that you are abusive
and hurting your kids.
Yeah,
there ain't enough Kool-Aid, bro. There ain't enough Kool-Aid.
Like this is the moments where like we're watching stuff and I try to like see the other side. Like, oh man, maybe I just don't understand. Maybe there's I don't feel that way at all about this. This is just like boo-hoo me. Oh, I tried to make content out of my parenting techniques. Took it too far. My husband, apparently he wasn't even around. And where was he? He was already divorced, not living. He had no idea what was going on. Whatever. Screw these guys.
So far, she has used her time in jail to unwrap the layers upon layers of deceit and deception foisted upon her over the last 4 years by an unscrupulous individual. Ruby realizes that she still has work to do in shedding those thinking errors.
So 4 years. So 2020.
Someone actually used the word unscrupulous in actual in an actual setting. That's crazy.
She's like an onion. She's been sitting in jail, just peeling back the layers of the manipulation that she willingly fell into.
Right.
She's a grown adult, but she decided that this was the best thing that she could do. Now, this isn't a defense. We're just telling you the story so that, you could just ignore it, I guess. But
it's not to sway your decisions or nothing, but, in case it does.
She's really sorry.
Ruby realizes that changing her thinking, reestablishing relationships, and healing are not simple or easy tasks.
Yeah, this is the kind of where I'm like, what is the point of any of this? I realize I won't be able to Mend my relationships. Okay, guilty. You know, you go to jail. Whatever. It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to work on it, I guess.
I would like the court to know that Ruby Franke is a delightful, respectful, and responsible person. She is open to feedback and addressing the consequences of her actions head on, and now ready to address your honor and accept your judgment.
Man, no wonder he wrote that down to read it, because I don't.
Yeah.
She is a good person. Good thing we arrested her, or she might still be doing this because she's been brainwashed. But now that she's not, I believe that she would have never done this. Yeah.
For the past 4 years, I've chosen to follow counsel and guidance that has led me into a dark delusion. My distorted version of reality went largely unchecked, as I would isolate from anyone who challenged me.
Is that why their husband left a year ago? If she fell under this manipulation 4 years ago and they split 1 year, where's the husband? You know what?
Right.
Ask him some questions. But I mean, his lawyer's been like, you know, shutting all that down. Like they've been divorced. You know, when the actual criminal things happened that she's being charged for, he was not there. We're not worrying about what happened before that because there's no evidence, no charges there. So don't even ask about it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Those were the first ones that she ever did.
Oh, never happened before.
Guaranteed.
He was not aware of anything. That's why he divorced her. You know, that's why you got to have the picture, because I don't want to call his kids, see how they're doing. Nah, see them on the weekends. Can't. They're chained up to the bed. Thanks, Dad.
I take full accountability for my choices.
Good.
And it is my preference that I serve a prison sentence.
She's like, throw me in. Throw me in.
I'm ready, Your Honor.
I feel like this has got to be like her idea of like, yeah, I deserve to be in there. When she's in there for a little bit, I am changed. I'm a new person. Let me
Help me
out,
Your Honor. I don't deserve this.
Where are the kids? Like, are they? What happened? Like, where are they? I don't even know where they are. I haven't seen anything talking about like if they're in like foster care or what's going on. Are they with another family member? They're with the dad.
Right.
I don't know. If you know, I mean, let me know. Let me know what's going on. I imagine the state has them right now.
I especially want to thank Detective J. Bate. She plucked me out of a situation I didn't know how to get out of. And the moment she handcuffed me was the moment I gained my freedom.
The moment that she was handcuffed is when she regained her freedom. That's when your kids got their freedom. Let's not forget about the victims here. Oh, golly, man. Get off your soapbox. Oh, but me.
I was the victim, Your Honor, not my kids.
I can't believe I did that to them. But, yeah, it's just that, yeah. I think we're reading this pretty clearly, Dane.
Wow.
Thank you to my Bishop Tom Hawks and my state president, Jim Nilsson, for reminding me of the Lord's love for the lost. So much pain and suffering would have been avoided had I followed and heeded your counsel. I was the one who was deceived, not you.
Wait, she's over crying like some dude like gave her advice that would have like saved everything. Did he know what was going on? Bring him in. Is she out there throwing shade on these people? She's like, hey, you know what? Thank you to this guy who tried to talk me out of doing everything that I was doing, but I don't know. She's been going through like a couple of minutes just thanking everyone involved. She's like, everyone who arrested me, everyone who treated us, everyone who gave us advice, thanks. Thank you.
Eric Clark, thank you to my attorney Lamar Winward and his staff, my dear friends, my mother-in-law, father-in-law, Kevin's family, my
Jesus
cousins.
Christ, she's like thanking the father. She is literally thanking everybody.
Right. The guy standing back over there in the corner, yo, thank you for being here. It really helped me become the person I am today. Like, she's gonna just go down the line of literally everybody in the courtroom, anybody she's ever known.
And she's gonna turn around the camera like, and thank you guys for supporting me and
like and subscribe.
Aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, and neighbors, you all saw the warning signs long before I did, and you did what you could.
I don't know. Like this, she's like, yeah, all the people that are around us, you saw the warning signs, you did what you could. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Because people, I'm pretty sure Child Protective Services has been called on her before. Like she has been looked at before, and the kids have been checked on, but it's always been like everything's fine.
And that's from everybody who's showing concern, right?
Yeah, it's like
so
go check. It's like I don't know.
She's over there thinking them right now. I'm so this is all over the place, man.
Yeah, the thing that gets me is if the kids are standing outside for days at a time, none of the neighbors could see. Nobody could be like, wow, they've been standing there sweating, looking miserable like they're about to die for 2 days.
Right.
Anyway, like, what, are you kidding? Like,
well, maybe they did, and maybe that's why services were called a couple times.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm hoping. I'm hoping that that's what happened.
I feel like there's a lot of people that failed these kids, not just the abuser.
Kevin, my husband of more than 23 years. You are the love of my life. I'm so sorry to leave to you to finish what we both started together.
Wait, what? Is that a mess? Is that a coded message? What did she just say to him? Kevin, her husband, I'll leave to you to finish what we started. Like, what do you mean?
Jeez,
hide them kids from him too.
About?
Don't finish what she started. Do not.
Oh my God.
You are wrapped around my heart. And now I'll never be able to undo.
Yeah, she's crying more about her husband than she is what she did to her kids. Good Lord.
Absolutely. She's given her kids the least amount of anything during all of this.
Yeah, she's thanked
She
everyone.
literally thanked the people who saved her kids more than she's apologized to her kids.
To my babies,
There, the babies.
you were part of me. I was the mama duck who was consistently watering you to safety. I can see now. Over the past 4 years, I was in a deep undercurrent that led us to danger.
She's like speaking in poetry now. She's like, oh, well, we was wading the water and led you to danger, and you're part of me. And oh, please. Okay, I can't help but mock it just because I hate her so much.
Went you to darkness knowingly. I was so disoriented.
She didn't do it willingly, Dane. It's okay. She's not trying to, change the court's mind. She just wants to make a statement. She didn't do it willingly. She's not. Well, that's how cults work. She was brainwashed. Whatever. Lock her up.
Disoriented. That I believed dark was light and light was wrong. I would do anything in this world.
Is she trying to get put in like a mental institution? She just said she believed that dark was light and right was wrong. Like, up was down.
Yeah.
Left was right.
She said that, yeah, and she said that earlier too. I believe that I lived in a world where cops hurt and hospitals killed people or something.
Yeah.
And
I lived in the upside down.
And children needed
world.
abused. Like, geez.
Everything that I could see with my own senses was a lie.
I'm sorry for twisting God's word and distorting his doctrines. My greatest desire is to stand in his court someday spotless and confident.
Oh, she wants to go to heaven.
Oh.
She's sorry to God, too. Like, look, man.
I'm surprised she didn't thank him first like she did everybody.
I am humbled and willing to serve a prison sentence as long as it takes to continue unraveling all of the misinformation I have believed and bought, swallowed, and acted out.
So she doesn't want to serve the sentence to atone for a crime. She wants to serve the sentence so she can have some time to think.
Yeah, figure this out. Yeah.
She needs some time to think about it. Really unravel what's been done to her. Yeah. I can't believe
you're doing her a favor at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thank you, everybody, for giving me time to figure what happened to me.
I was going to say, if I could only go to prison now, you know what I mean? Like, anybody, please help her.
Definitely not to keep me away from my kids or anything like that. It's for me. You're doing me a favor. Thank you. You can let me out a little early, too, if you feel like it, because I want to be there. It's not punishment for me. I swear, I want to be there.
I'm committed to continuing my learning until all of my toxic layers are shed, and I am ready to re-enter as a contributing member of our beautiful society. Thank you, Judge Bolton.
Yeah, she even ends it. She can't wait to get back into the society. Yeah, well.
Yeah, society's beautiful. That's how you know she's lying.
The sentence will be that Ms. Franke serve 4 counts, 4 1 to 15-year sentences based on her convictions for 4 counts of aggravated child abuse. Again, they will be served consecutively pursuant to the parties' agreement and the applicable statute. Under the applicable statute, the court finds that that consecutive sentences are appropriate.
Okay. So, yeah, so he's going to 4 consecutive, 1 to 15 years. So who knows how long she's going to be in there, Dane? I guess it's just up in the air forever.
No matter what Hildebrandt said or did, I don't see it. I don't see it changing. Bro, none of this makes sense to me, man. Like, this is her literally just trying to pawn this off on this other lady. I mean, don't get me wrong. The other lady might be awful too.
Yeah.
I know nothing about her. She may be awful too, but Jody or Ruby really has to.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's still kind of up in the air when it, like, I don't know anything about the Hildebrandt story that's going on, but I know that Ruby is supposed to take the stand against her, and she's also trying to paint this picture of, like, that Jody Hildebrandt, like, brainwashed her.
Right.
So that she's going to get on the stand and probably say all that stuff, too, but I'm kind of wondering what's going to fly back at Ruby, you know? I wonder if Jody's going to be like, oh, yeah, well, just so you guys know, and she just, like, throws everybody under the bus.
Right. But here's the thing, right? If Ruby's is already being sentenced,
yeah,
they're not going to go add that, right?
Yeah, but
like,
it affects like her total sentencing, right? Like if the whole thing goes to where like they feel bad for her, then she'll probably serve like minimum sentences for all of her crimes, you know?
Right.
Yeah, so I'm kind of hoping that when they get up on, they do that whole thing that just all this evidence comes out and just buries all of them. That'd be great. Oh. But, you know, Hildebrandt could also take a plea deal, too, to where, like, nothing happens. Like, it's just that she's guilty, and then that's it, you know, it just goes. But anyway, yeah, maybe more will come out of it. If you got anything about what's going on with old Jody Hildebrandt, let me know in the comments as well. But that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Best you could, I guess. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday. So toast to my friends. I love you. See you next time. Bye-bye.